Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the one and only Psychosin Podcast here on YouTube. Joining me today is the one and only Natalie, because, well, if there was more than one of her, we would be really screwed. And a new guest to the podcast, who, if she's not in too much of a cheese coma, might want to introduce herself a bit.
I am quite cheesy. Hi, I'm Frankie. I'm Natalie's best friend. I like pizza and my dog.
And cheese.
And cheese.
And milkshake.
In the same glass.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh, Christ. Yeah, there we go. Joe will be joining us later. Well, possibly very soon, depending when he gets home from work. And once again, Attic Ghost is busy off doing yet another festival, because he has spent every one of his savings to go to every festival possible that is near him this year, it seems. So he's off at Merrilunas. Keep an eye on his channel, because you'll probably have another vlog coming from him soon. Hopefully he will be joining us next week. But we're going to do this week's podcast with Natalie and Frankie and Joe coming in later with his beautiful beard. So let's get into this. Natalie, you have been catching up with some wrestling. How long has it been since you last actually got into wrestling?
Okay, the first time I saw wrestling on TV, I was a small child.
Now, before we go any further, you better tell people A, how old you are, and B, when you were born. Just to make me feel even older as well.
Okay, I was born October 6th, 1995. Feel free to give me a birthday shout out sometime, boobs. And I'm 21, nearly 22 this year. Woo.
Yeah, this sounds really bad because I'm 35. It sounds like I'm snatching from the cradle, doesn't it, getting people on this show? But yes, what have you actually been watching wrestling-wise? How did you get back into it, apart from obvious, I will say, influence from the boyfriend?
Yeah, because after watching it as a kid, I sort of lent to other things, so I kind of forgot about wrestling. And then I had some friends that used to rave about it, and then I used to, like, I will hold my hand up right now, I was a hypocrite, and I did keep saying, like, oh, wrestling shit, it's all staged, it's all fake, meh. And then, very recently, like this week, like a couple of days ago, Joe said to me, give it a try. So I watched WrestleMania 31. Oh my god, that was brilliant. And I really got back into it. And then we watched this week's Raw. And then we've started watching WrestleMania 32. And we're going to a wrestling event in November.
Bit of a turnaround in a week, really, isn't it?
Yeah, but I can hold my hand up and say I was a hypocrite because I didn't give it a chance again before I judged it.
And
yeah, when she was with her boyfriend, because their boyfriend's just moved in, when we were sorting out his stuff, he bought a hell of a lot of wrestling DVDs, and Natalie was like, nope, they're not coming, we're watching those, you can have those at your house. But yeah, now she's like, oh my god, I want to watch wrestling. I'm like, okay.
So has she managed to get you at all interested in it, Frankie?
Well, I watched one with ladders. That was...
She watched WrestleMania 31 ladders with, like, Dean Ambrose, Stardust, those peeps.
Yeah.
I can't remember all of them.
But, yeah, there was, like, a certain time in the performance, I'm not even going to call it a match, the performance, where it was really obvious that he was going slower than he could have been going, and it was just a little bit like, okay, come on. But the rest of it was alright, but we were watching it when we were feeling quite low, and through the next kind of episode, we decided to just turn it off and nap.
That's not a great advert for it.
Quite enthusiastic with Natalie about it.
In all fairness though, when I think it was when Dean Ambrose ended up getting snapped in half with the ladder, that made Frankie like cringe a bit.
Yeah. There was certain, and it was just like, oh no.
He does break himself quite a lot, Dean Ambrose, from what I remember.
I watched a match of his on Raw, I think it was. Or, I think it was Raw or WrestleMania 32, and I can see why they call him the cockroach. Like, he does not die. Like, he doesn't stay down, he doesn't do shit, or he just gets back up again.
And yet, did anyone else notice how much you put emphasis on the word cock in cockroach there?
But no, like, I already have some favourites.
That was going to be my next question. Who have you picked up on as your favourite wrestlers?
I think I definitely like Dean Ambrose. Like, for me, it's sometimes I either like their people's characters, or I like their wrestling style. So it's a bit like, not the whole person, sometimes it's just one or t'other of those things. But with Dean Ambrose, I like all of him. I like AJ Styles when he went up against
everyone
Jericho.
loves AJ Styles because he is the best wrestler there is right now.
He's very, very nimble. I was like, look at that fucker go.
He's about mid-30s to 40s or something, and he's been doing it for a long time now, and he's just absolutely bleeding amazing, AJ Styles. When Joe shows you the reaction that he got when he first turned up on WWE, it's massive. Everyone was so happy he turned up there, because he used to be on TNA, and he was, not that it's hard, but he was the best talent on TNA, and WWE for years kept trying to get him. He kept turning them down because he didn't trust them, and now he's there and still kicking ass. So yeah, AJ Styles is awesome. Who else, if there is anyone else?
What about the women?
I was going to say, men or women, you know.
Well, I really liked Alexa Bliss because, like, her character is great, but I'm like, when she gets angry, I like her wrestling style, but when she's still in that warming up stage, I'm a bit like, come on, love, just hit her in the face. But Joe ordered me an Alexa Bliss t-shirt, Twisted Bliss, which I will be wearing to the event in November. I like Nia. Is it Nia? Nia?
I think it's pronounced Nia.
Wow. Okay. Her signature move makes me twitch and cringe.
She's the, like I said last night while we were all down the pub. They basically just need to make her the female Brock Lesnar. You know?
She basically is. And, oh my god, Brock Lesnar. Bloody hell. He is a brick shithouse and the suplex king.
Yeah, it's just a shame that his personality outside of wrestling is a bit of a dick. So...
Oh no, he is a cock. Like, I remember they showed some footage at this week's Raw where he actually attacked someone outside of the ring, like they were going either in or out of cars, and he literally just lunged at them, and it was like, whoa dude, whoa, you're being a bit out of order here.
Yeah, I know he's also turned around this week and said if he doesn't win SummerSlam or something, yeah, his match at SummerSlam, he's leaving WWE again, which is a little bit kind of not understanding the principle of wrestling, which is you either win or you lose to help the story move along, you know. So
yeah, you can't be a sore loser, but he is a bit of a brute.
He's turning to Hulk Hogan, which for those who don't know, even though he was very, very celebrated for many years, Hulk Hogan, if you ever find out about the stuff he done backstage to make sure that he never lost any major events, you'd realise Hulk Hogan's an absolute dick. More so than just the racist comments. I mean, he was an absolute dick. He made sure, even on the day sometimes when he'd agreed to lose, on the day he'd turn up and go, oh yeah, I've changed my mind because I've got creative control. I'm not going to lose now. I'm winning. I'm going home with the belt. He was awful. I'm glad it's all coming out now with Hulk Hogan, because he screwed many people over. Hey?
I never knew any of that.
Yeah, I only know this thanks to, there's a YouTube channel called What Culture that do top 10s and all that, and they've got one that's just to do with wrestling. I've learned a lot of stuff about this from them, so cheers What Culture, even though you're sort of taking people like getting more watchers than me because I'll get about 3. You helped me find out a lot. In fact, it was because of them I started getting back into wrestling as well, I think. So, yes. Trying to think, who else? So, have you encountered Bray Wyatt much yet?
Yes, I have.
Now, I personally think they should make him the new Undertaker.
There was a thing, I remember Joe saying that they kind of want to make Roman Reigns the face of WWE or something.
Yeah, I've been trying for years and no one's going for it.
Yeah, I have to admit, after watching Roman Reigns in 2 matches, I know it's really quick to judge, but after 2 matches, he's only got that Superman punch thing, and the rest of the time he's just getting flung about and beating the shit out. It's not a very promising.
He's not a great wrestler either. He's been
that's why it doesn't seem like a good idea for me personally for him to be the face of WWE.
He's been pushed too hard straight away, basically. Yeah. Vince McMahon, the bloke who runs it, saw good-looking guy who's all muscly and all that, which is how Vince McMahon likes his champions, and just went, right, he's got to be the new face. It's like, no one went for it at all. In fact, with some of the WrestleManias you'll see, you might have seen it on 31, the match there, as soon as Roman Reigns comes out, at least 3/4 of the crowd are booing him. So, they're still pushing it as well, which is even worse.
Yeah, I did see The Undertaker. He's pretty good.
You've never seen The Undertaker before?
No. I've literally just seen it on one of the DVDs or Raw, I can't remember which one it was. Right. And guess what, Ronnie? We have a Joe.
Hello, Joe. Cheer up.
What's that?
Cheer up.
I was going from work, I'm tired.
Pour yourself a drink and join the podcast. We have a Joe, people. We have a Joe.
Don't do that.
Oh dear. And we've had a Joe on probably one of his favourite subjects to speak about as well. So
yeah, well, wrestling.
I thought so when you said, I think The Undertaker.
Yeah, it's a bit of a clue away. Clue.
Yeah, we were also discussing how Roman Reigns shouldn't be the face of WWE because he's been a bit rushed.
How many W's were in that?
Sorry, I have a bit of a start when I talk too quick.
He's a boring wrestler.
Yeah.
He hasn't got any personality.
Yeah.
Although he's kind of got a Conan the Barbarian look going on, isn't he?
Yeah, but if they wanted that, they could just get the bloke who was in the remake of Conan the Barbarian and train him, Jason Momoa. Get him to do it, and he could be the next Rock if he wanted to do pro wrestling, that guy, so, you know.
Yeah.
And let's face it, he would sell loads of merch as well, because every woman fancies Jason Momoa. Well, every straight woman fancies Jason Momoa. Because I said that and I thought, hang on, someone else is in that room will probably go, I don't, so I better readjust how I put that.
Well, she's currently stepped away for a minute.
Oh, has she stepped away or she just slipped into full-on cheese coma?
Stepped away for a moment.
Fair enough. So you got to save more there because I took a swig of drink. Oh dear. So yes, Joe has managed in the space of less than a week to turn you into a wrestling fan.
Pretty much, yeah.
But yeah. See how Joe feels about it. So I think they should concentrate on making Bray Wyatt the new Undertaker.
I thought that's what they was doing in 31, but then they seem to step away from doing that.
That's what I mean. They
31, yeah.
They need to go back to that because his gimmick's strange enough and just slightly silly enough to be the same as the Undertaker.
Pretty much, yeah.
So, and for a guy of his size, he's a good wrestler as well, despite this year's WrestleMania that I won't ruin because Natalie's not seen it yet.
Yeah, please no spoilers.
I won't spoil it, but the match he has with I was gonna say Randy Savage then, that's the wrong bloke. Who do you fight? That's the one, thank you. It's very silly. Let's just say that.
The build up was better than the actual match.
Yeah. when you get around to watching Natalie, you'll see why we're saying that. It's just there were some bad decisions made to happen in that match. So, yeah, because when I was watching it, even though I was sat here, I was just like, that's not happening. That's not happening. Although if I remember rightly, this year's WrestleMania was about 7 hours long.
Blimey.
It is a long one, because I watched the pre-show as well, which is 2 to 3 hours in itself. And
3.5 hours long.
Yeah, and then like WrestleMania come on, I was waiting for them to go like do 5 matches, and then it kept going on, and I was like, Christ!
And Frankie has returned.
I have returned.
How's the cheese coma?
It's okay. It's alright. I'm hoping.
Oh dear. So
I
yes.
always myself. I shouldn't eat things like I do. And
Why
I
do
still
you eat
thought-
them through your ear or something? You know.
Yeah. No, I inhale them. You see, this is the problem.
She forgets to chew.
All I've got now is an image of Homer Simpson where they say he doesn't chew, he eats like a duck. It's like... Oh dear. Anyway, yes.
Kind of put a funnel down my throat and just pour it in.
Don't say that. That's probably someone's fetish. You know this, don't you? Oh dear.
Well, you know my name. Hit me up.
Yes, if you want to contact Franny, her Facebook is...
Franny?
No. I'm not going to give away your full name, for Christ's sake.
Frankie will do. Call me Franny again to my face.
Considering how you were last night over the smallest things, no. I kind of value the ability to breathe. So...
So grumpy yesterday.
She was. Stay clear of yesterday.
Go ahead and tell the world, Natalie. Go on.
I'm gonna get a drink.
Bye, Joe.
I just started having a little bit of a rant, didn't I?
Yeah, you kind of like, your head looked like it was gonna have smoke coming out the ears.
Yeah, my dog got a bit agitated and was barking a lot, and I couldn't calm her down because it was the stupid motorbikes and cars over the other side of the road. And then I started having a rant about how I don't think huskies should be pets. And, yeah, I don't think I breathed or blinked for about 3 minutes.
You literally did not blink, because at the end of it I went, I'm glad you closed your eyes. So, your eyes were virtually bulging out in rage during the entire rant.
It's just, I don't know, I just got so angry.
Oh dear.
I think it's because I was drinking Diet Coke, because I was upset about that.
More proof, people, that Diet Coke is not healthy for you.
Yeah, I've got to drink this bloody Diet Coke, I've got this bloody husky, I've got my dog won't shut up, but it was just too much.
I think you did actually say the words, it's bloody Diet Coke as well at some point.
Yeah.
Gotta love that sweetener.
Oh dear.
It paid off though, I mean I did lose £2 this week, so can't complain. It was
No.
terribly all the spit that I lost after shouting so much about everything.
There's a lovely image for everyone. Oh dear Lord. Oh Christ. So, apart from that, and apart from you two napping together earlier, what have people been up to this week?
Well, now Joe's back in the room, we can hear from everyone. Who wants to go first?
Well, let Joe have some of his drinks, or someone else go first apart from Joe. Because I'm the only one drinking at the moment, so...
My week has actually been very uneventful.
Thanks.
What? I know, I don't really know what I've done. What have I actually done? I've
You
been
hung out with me. Good enough, okay, good enough, I'm not good enough.
I remember one day my dad making me feel bad because I was leaving the dog with him. that kind of consumed my week. I felt really bad.
No. Monday you had new tattoos.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, I don't believe I forgot about that.
I was going to say,
Yeah,
like,
that's
the
it.
most interesting thing,
Don't
you know.
Yeah, I had 4 tattoos and a touch-up.
Excuse me?
Oh, yeah. Hey, yeah.
I was actually waiting for that.
Yeah, you could have phrased that a little bit better.
Like my laugh.
But no, I had 3. Was it 3?
3 Harry Potter tattoos.
Yeah, 3 Harry Potter inspired tattoos. And then...
You had your dad's writing on
Oh
your
yeah,
arm.
had my dad's writing on my arm. And then...
Your cover-up got
yeah.
touched up.
I've got a cover up on my arm. And it needed a bit of touching up on some of the grapes. So I spent 4 hours in the tattoo studio.
And she was beaming from ear to ear afterwards.
Yeah, I was very happy with all the results, but I bled a lot on my ankle.
But it was worth it. She has a cute little Hufflepuff badger on her ankle now, so...
Yeah. And for everyone that doesn't know what Hufflepuff is, it's a Hogwarts, it's a house, like Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Slytherin, and Ravenclaw.
Frankie, I've got to have you on the podcast more because you actually explain things without me having to prompt you, unlike many people I've had on here before.
Oh, wow.
So, Frankie, every Friday, 8 o'clock, yeah?
Oh, yeah, I work with people, so I have to explain myself a lot because I'm trained as a dog trainer. So I have to kind of... I say things in technical terms and then realise that not everybody knows what I'm talking about, so then you just kind of say it in like a layman's terms or...
Did anyone else notice the slight hint of anger when she said I work with people? Slight disgust when she said people.
She does prefer dogs to humans, I'll tell you that now.
To be fair, so do I, so...
Yeah,
I think we all do.
that's the thing. But I mean, people think that if you're a dog trainer, you just work with dogs all day, and it's not true. You're training humans to train their own animals, really.
Or themselves, in some cases.
Normally, yeah, you're normally training the humans to realise that a dog is being a dog. They seem to think that dogs want to be obedient, or they need to please them, and it's like, no, dogs are being dogs.
Indeed. Natalie, what have you been up to this week?
Well, other than seeing Frankie a lot of the week, and I was with her when she got her tattoos. What else? What else have I been doing? I've been hanging out with Joe in the evenings. We watched Raw on Wednesday night, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we were, well, all 4 of us were out last night. Spent some time with my mum on Thursday during the day.
You've been watching WrestleMania?
Been watching WrestleMania as best I can. I keep getting tired because I'm a tired human.
To be fair, what WrestleManias are kind of marathon events to get through in one sitting. It has to be said. So
yeah, but no, other than that, I've just been seeing Frankie and Joe. Really, I mean, obviously Joe lives with me, and I think I spend a lot of time with Frankie.
Yeah, I'm like part of Joe.
So to sum up,
she does have her own, like, she claims the chair in the living room that is her throne.
Yeah.
So to sum up Natalie's week, she's been spending it with Joe and Frankie and watching sweaty men.
Wow, there's no other way of putting it than that. Sorry, Joe, love you.
and WrestleMania.
I mean, I'm sweating right now, if that counts.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm sweating as well. I've got cheese sweats.
Sounds like a punk band, the Cheat Sweats. Anyway. Oh dear Lord, we've only been going about 20 minutes as well. What depths can we reach before the end of the podcast, people? So,
what have you been to this week, Ronnie?
What have I been up to this week? This week has been job hunting, to no avail, unfortunately. I am sorting out what my radio show on Sunday is going to be after the podcast. I've got to edit my interview with the owner of Metal Blade so that I can play it on my show next week. Then I've got to edit this as well together to put on YouTube and take you all in it so you can hear yourselves and go, oh God, I don't sound like that, do I? Well, Frankie will be the only one who's not actually experienced that, I imagine.
Yeah.
And apart from that, just trying to get various bands to allow me to interview them has been most this week. Contacting record labels, going, you know they're playing here, yeah. Just keep, any interviews going, because, I'll take one. So, yes. And still waiting to hear back from Gary Newman's people, because he's playing Southend, and they've still not got back to me. Bastards. That and another... there's two bands that are coming... Well, one band's coming over from Texas, who I interviewed many years ago, and it's going to be their first ever UK tour, called One Eyed Doll. We'll try and get to see them. And the first band I ever interviewed back in 2013, called Follow You Home, are reforming. So hopefully I can get them down here into Southend, which would be good. But don't know any people down here who'd like them, because they're very, very pop punky. So yes, it'll be interesting. Apart from that, I've just been a bum, really, playing the Xbox and getting fatter. It's been my week.
That kind of guy.
Honestly, I can be a total, like... Oh no, that's the other major thing I've done, that me and Frankie and all of us spoke about last night. Done the Saw Marathon this week. Of course I did.
Oh, yeah. Did you see the video, the trailer that Natalie tagged you in?
Yeah, I'd seen it before. That was the trailer I was on about last night. I'll go into it a bit. Basically, last week I decided, you know what, I've not watched all the Saw films for a while. So I'm going to do them all in like a week sitting. Actually, it only took me about 4 days, so I ended up watching about 2 films a night. But anyway, and they still hold up. Although the more I watch them, the more I'm wondering why they are kind of seen as torture porn films, because they're not actually anywhere near as bad as some of the films that follow them. They're not as bad as Hostel, and they're nowhere near as bad as other films I've seen, like the French one called 7 Days, which has some moments, let's just say that. So, yeah, but again, the plot in those films, the continuing plot, gets a little bit muddled in about 4 and 5, but yeah, they still stand up. Jigsaw, that trailer, I'm still concerned. I think I'm worried that they're going to screw it up by making another film. So I don't know what your guys' thoughts on that are. If I know Frankie's seen all the Saws, I know Joe has. Natalie, I don't know if you have.
I've seen 2.
Which ones? What, 1 and 2, or?
I saw one with Chester in, so I imagine that was 7.
You've seen the last one, yeah.
Yeah, and I think I saw the 3rd one.
Also, you've not seen the best one, i.e. number 1.
Basically, I saw the one where the guy was dying and he had this girl with him who kidnapped a doctor.
Amanda.
Yeah. I can't remember which one that was.
That's in 2 of them. That's the worrying thing, because that's where it gets confusing, because one of them's sort of happening at the same time as the last film, if I remember rightly.
That one she's talking about, because do you remember me saying that the 3rd one was really overwatched and it was always on the TV?
It probably was that.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
The one where Jigsaw actually dies in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's number 3. Yeah.
Yeah, it bamboozled me when there was a Saw 4 afterwards. So I was like, but the dude died. What?
That's why it was so interesting. That's why you should have watched it, because it was like, oh, who is it?
No, because like when like the main air quote main character dies, I'm just like, well, that should end it, just that done.
Yeah,
like,
but if when you get round to watching all of them in sequence, you'll realise why they've kept it going, because he is still involved in the ones after 3.
Which one has got the needle pit in it?
2.
Oh, that makes me cringe. I saw a trailer for that and I was just like, no.
I don't understand why this bothers so many people. It didn't bother me that much, personally.
I don't think it's actually that bad.
No.
You just see someone standing in needles going, ah.
Possibly a bit better acted than that.
I don't like needles.
Ah, there's needles in me.
I don't like needles. Like, it just makes me cringe.
How the hell are you ever going to have a tattoo, Natalie?
Why?
I'm going to close my eyes and cry.
She won't be able to help when I don't
Just pretend it's like a little crocodile nipping you.
They don't need to do that, because they don't hurt.
Piercings. I've had piercings, but I hate
Piercings hurt more than tattoos do.
Ooh.
That is a personal preference there, Ronnie.
coming from somebody that's had their ribs and their feet tattooed.
I just thought you were going to say had my ribs pierced for a second then.
I've had my foot tattooed full colour twice, and I've had my ribs tattooed. And if you ask most people with
those are the two most painful areas to get tattooed.
Yeah, so piercing's a piece of piss.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like if she was just to have tattooed on her back or on her arms or something, not specifically on her ribs or something.
Fair enough.
I can guarantee I'm never having them those places.
If she did get a tattoo on her ribs first of all, or like on the foot or whatever, at least then no tattoo or any piercing afterwards would seem as painful.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ronnie.
It's alright. No, seriously.
Tattoos. The bloke was like, "Oh, do you want to know what it feels like?" And he was gonna do it on her arm with no ink in.
Yeah.
So she knew how it felt.
Thing is,
I was like, nope.
The thing is, I couldn't hear him properly, and then I just had both of you staring at me because I couldn't hear over the music, and he talks really quietly, so I was like, "No, what?" I didn't know what was going on.
He probably thought you were on drugs.
Literally,
it's one of those things where you ask someone what 3 times and then you just laugh and nod. I think that's what.
Yeah. That's what it was. But instead of nodding, I shook my head like, "What? No, what?"
You don't hear them say what's 3 times. Say yes and laugh, and then you get arrested, and that's how Frankie ended up in jail.
That's why Frankie has a criminal record.
Now it all comes out.
That's what he said. Anyway,
Joe,
yes,
you
Joe.
done this week.
My week has been boring. I've been at work.
Cheers, dude.
And
nice to see you yesterday as well.
Yeah, nice watching stuff and playing Lego Harry Potter with you nearly every night. Thanks, Joe.
thanks for letting me finish, everyone. Interrupting me. Wow, thanks.
Dude, you've been on 3 of these, well, 2 of these now. You should be used to the sarcasm.
I know. Okay, my week during the day has been boring and stressful at work. And then in the evenings, I've either been playing Lego Harry Potter, watching wrestling, or out yesterday. Us 4. Yeah.
Oh, we're like a little family.
Oh.
2 worlds, 1 family.
Joe's new single will be out on the 15th of August. Oh dear.
I finished it, it's got a couple of days.
Oh man.
My trousers. That has to be on the album.
We made a grindcore song about someone stole our trousers.
I've heard
Frankie
worse.
was doing, like fake growly noises, and it sounded like she was saying, "What are you doing wearing my trousers? Those are my trousers. Can you give them back, please? They're my trousers."
Fair enough. Although you are aware there is a grindcore band that the lead vocalist is 2 pit bulls.
Oh.
Actual pit bulls.
Yeah, they're called K9ers.
That's amazing.
I will send a song over to Natalie and that later, and to yourself on Facebook, and you can hear it. And thing is, it works, and it's really worrying how much it works. So you've got that. You've got.
Well, Smiley now. She's like, "Oh my god."
I love pit bulls. Pit bulls are like my favourite breed of dog because they're so misunderstood and they're just amazing creatures. So that's right up my street.
You've also got Hatebeak, which is a grindcore band where the vocalist is a parrot.
Of course it is. Yeah. Have you got like anger stripes where you've got like a zebra?
No, but I am tempted to start a power metal band with my mum and dad's Yorkshire Terriers yelping as the vocals.
It's almost as good as Ailstorm doing dog covers of all their songs.
My dog could be back in house.
My god, Poppy, she's just like, oh!
Yeah, she's a hound, so she howls.
Actually, to be honest with you, Joe, your dog would probably be good as backing vocals for Obituary.
Probably would, actually. Similar style.
So, yes. Ah, dear. Right, Frankie, you're leaving us in about 20 minutes, or are you staying? What's happening there?
I'm I haven't really decided, to be honest.
Excellent.
I think the cheese is still moulding in her brain.
I'm alright.
No, I'm just checking. I was just checking when a case of you had to like specifically head off or anything like that. That's all. Because it's good to have like 4 of us going here. So yes. Right, while we were talking about films and that, as we've got.
Dad did ask if you're going to be home late, and you said probably normal time. So you better let him know if you're going to be later. Yeah.
Oh. Sorry. Yeah.
Well, with Frankie.
Back to that new Saw trailer.
Yeah, well, funny enough, I was about to sort of go on that anyway. Go on, Frankie,
Right,
go ahead. No, go on.
It was just a bit, when it was like, they tested the blood from under its fingernails and its jigsaws, and it was just like, ooh. That was the bit that got me, like, excited, because at the beginning, when they're in the park and they're, like, jogging or whatever,
Yeah.
and the black lady, like, turns around and she's like, no! Like, that was a bit strange.
There's a lot of that trailer that seemed that either they were repeating stuff from previous films for me, or generic American horror film. That's what I'm worried about. And the thing is, they say it's the blood of Jigsaw, but which Jigsaw are they talking about? Because Jigsaw's been Jigsaw, and I can't say the other two because it will spoil it for Natalie. Shit.
Sorry.
I don't know if it said it was John.
It's got to be Jigsaw H-Man or Manda. I'll put it that way. Because they've all been Jigsaw.
Yeah.
So
I thought the trailer had an awful choice of music. It just didn't suit it at all.
Uh,
At first, the trailer started off quite well, and then whatever song they chose, the happy-go-lucky song, it was just like la 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 la, everyone dies, la 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 la, Jigsaw's back. It's like, oh.
as long as they don't mess with the main theme, because it's one of my favourite horror film themes ever, along with Halloween.
Yeah.
So, but Halloween's already been messed about with in other films, and I weren't happy about it. So, but as we're on the subject of horror films, are you a bit of a horror film buff yourself, Frankie?
I have a little bit of an issue with horror films because I've got a really nervous disposition. So I absolutely love them, but I kind of watch them through my fingers.
Yeah, I've showed her quite a few horror films, and she's had a hand over her peepers, bless her, but she's sort of peeked round, and then she's like, ah!
Yeah,
but she's fine after.
I use my hands like blinds. So I kind of turn them slightly so I can see the screen. And then the problem is obviously with a horror film, they've got the music and it's like building up, and you know something's going to happen. But because I've got such a nervous disposition, I don't want to jump out the seat or like fall off my chair.
Or fall off my bed.
Or fall off her bed. So I'm just like, no, I can't watch. But then I asked Nat what happens anyway.
and then I don't like to tell her because it's spoilers, so I want to find out for herself.
Yeah.
Apart from the film, was it where she's on top of the wardrobe?
Oh, that's part of The Conjuring.
Oh, holy shit, that actually freaked the hell out of me.
It freaks me out too. When I first saw that, because I didn't know that was going to happen, I kept checking the top of my wardrobe because it's similar to the one in the film, and I was like, holy shit, please don't let there be a creepy evil woman on top of my wardrobe that's going to jump on my bed and hurt me.
Yeah, I struggled.
I thought that part was scary until the stupid way she jumped off, where she just looked like a frog going, meh.
I thought she looked more like Gollum, like.
Either way, I can now just imagine her going, like with one of the kids, got to fish, a juicy fish.
I've now got 3 amazing sound clips I can use for my own devious purposes. That's amazing.
We're glad we could help, I guess.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I've shown Frankie The Conjuring. I've shown you Insidious 1, 2, and did I show you 3?
We tried Insidious 3, but I couldn't get past like the first lot of credits because I was like, no.
I tried to show you The Conjuring 2, but the creepy old man sort of made us a bit like,
It's annoying. It's really annoying because I really enjoy them, and like I'm one of these people that if I know that I'm not going to be able to watch the film, I'll go on to like IMDb and I'll just read what happens anyway.
And I really find it annoying because it's spoilers.
Yeah, that really annoyed. Like gets really annoyed because it's like you're spoiling the film, but it's like I would rather know what's coming up. So if it says like in the thing like, oh, and then something falls out from the cupboard and then suddenly there's a dead person behind him. At least I know something's going to fall out of the cupboard, and then before the scene pans out, I know to stop looking because the person's going to be behind him.
Did I show you Annabelle?
Yes.
And I've shown you the Chucky films, haven't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've
the
shown
Chucky
quite a
films
few
are
things.
hilarious.
And we watched Jeepers Creepers, didn't we?
Jeepers
Creepers, where'd you get those creepers?
Yeah, I saw that before that you showed me though.
Yeah.
And like Wrong Turn and stuff like that. Like I'm more like I like horror films, but I prefer the gory stuff and like the more psychological thrillers. Even though with psychological thrillers it really does shit me up. But like Saw is right down my street. Like that's my kind of, that's what I like. That's what I really, really like.
I thought you were going to start singing the Spice Girls then.
As like you said earlier, it's not a torture porn movie. It's more of like a detective thriller.
Yeah, and I don't get why it kicks off the whole torture porn thing, the Saw films. It's... Yeah, some of it is quite wrong-headed, as it were, but it's also the whole thing of, even if they ever arrested Jigsaw, they couldn't have prosecuted him because he didn't kill anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that was the...
He only kidnapped them, drugged them, put them in a hostile situation, and then...
He
just
didn't even kidnap him, though, did he? He got someone else to do it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's conspiracy though.
Yeah, they could do it for conspiracy, but that's not a 25-year to life sentence.
No,
So,
it's
you know. Oh dear.
Couldn't you? The proper Jigsaw being in prison and then being like, how are you only in here for like 5 years?
Well, they put him in prison and then he's probably just revealed that he's got another game going in the prison. So,
Yeah.
you know.
It's like, come to the showers, I have a game waiting.
I beg your pardon.
I want to play a game. Pass the soap.
Here, I have this wet soap in my hand. If you get it out of my hand, you don't get raped.
And there you have it, folks.
That was Joe's work day.
that was a flashback just then.
Oh, was that while you were on the train on the way home?
Yeah.
Close.
Oh dear, flashback or splashback. Anyway, oh balls, what I clicked on there. No, don't want to know. Sorry, I'm clicking on things that are making the internet go weird. Anyway,
He's looking up torture porn now.
Yeah.
I don't need to look up torture porn. I've already got loads of torture porn films. So, you know, makes me sound really wrong-headed. It's fair enough.
What would you class as torture porn? Would you class Human Centipede as torture porn?
Most definitely.
Yeah, that's torture porn.
And I've never watched it either, any of them. But
I've never watched it either.
I unfortunately watched all three. They're not even good films.
I like
they're
how you
not.
say, unfortunately I watched all three, as if, like, watching one of them wasn't bad enough that you had to see the other two as well.
Yeah, they're not even that gory. Like when I finally got around to Human Centipede, I was just like, why is this bad?
They're just wrong-headed, I think, is why it is.
It's like I think what did I watch beforehand? I managed to find a download of a Serbian film.
That, I've heard, is pretty friggin' extreme.
Yeah, it is. I managed to find like a download of that. So once I went from that to Human Centipede, I was like,
This is tame.
yeah, this is like child's play.
See, it's saying that, it's like, where The Exorcist was banned for years, and I watched that for the first time ever about 5 years ago. I was watching, I was going, this really isn't that bad, why has it been banned?
When that came out though during the 70s.
Yeah, it
Even
was
so,
very...
so did Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and that's a lot worse, and even that's not that bad, I don't think. So, well, I'm a bit concerned about the third Texas Chainsaw reboot.
It's a really disturbing film.
Well, Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
Yeah.
it is disturbing, but at the same time, like, it's not that gory if you go back and watch it. Like,
But again, you've got to think about when it came out.
yeah, well, trust me, there's a lot worse films coming out at the time that got away scot-free, to be honest with you. I mean, stuff like Last House on the Left I can understand not being, like, having issues, but not because of the gore, just but because of the context, along with I'll Spit on Your Grave, that was the other one. So, which
Great film.
my last girlfriend for my birthday last year, graciously bought me a box set that had them all in. So she knew me too well. I've still not watched them.
The third Human Centipede.
It's ridiculous.
Is it?
And I mean,
I'd imagine it's just the same thing again, isn't it?
But in a prison, and
A prison?
and yes, he's a prison. You know the Doctor in the first one, he plays a prison warden. But you know how in Human Centipede 2, it's a guy has watched the first one. In the third one, it's a guy has watched a copy of the first two, and it's like, I'm going to do this to all my prison inmates. But there's like, it's just like, eventually it's just like all of the prisoners are out in the prison yard in the Human Centipede, and it's just like,
Oh.
ha! It's almost like it's spoofing itself.
Right.
It probably was, knowing Japanese humour. But there has been some really messed up Japanese films. Not gory as such, but if you've ever seen Old Boy,
Yeah.
the ending of that, the twist in that was fucked up.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the English
that
one.
ended, like the torture porn in Japan was Ichi the Killer.
I've got that.
was-
I don't think that was that bad, personally.
No, it's not.
It was more in where the bloke's got his cheeks sort of stapled together. That was probably the worst thing. So
Yeah. And I actually really enjoy that film. It's a really
Yeah.
good gangster story.
the anime's a bit weird though.
Well, it's anime, what do you expect?
Yeah, but they keep focusing on him getting a hard on, from what I remember.
Oh.
You've not seen the anime then?
No, I've not seen the anime
It's
yet.
like a 45-minute prequel or sequel to Ichi the Killer. It's literally the guy with the blade on his foot. Every time he kills someone or something, he gets a hard on, and every time, like, it's
Bloody
just
hell.
only a crotch shot of him suddenly getting a heart, like a bulge in his like trousers every time he kills
Yeah.
someone. And even for a 45-minute thing, it's too many crotch shots. It's not even a hentai. It's not a hentai. It's not a porn. It's just like, oh, for fuck's sake. So I don't think that, if you'll excuse the pun, comes up that much in the actual film. So, yeah. Weirdest film I've seen, Japanese-wise, recently was Yakuza Apocalypse.
I've heard of that one. That's been in my watch list for a little while.
Have you-
Because it's ridiculous.
I was going to say, you've seen the trailer then?
Yeah.
Yeah, the ending of that, well, about the last quarter of the film is very much, I lost what was going on. I have no idea. And then a big children's TV mascot attacks the city or something.
Right.
And then it ends. And you're like, what? I honestly couldn't follow it. I had no idea what was going on.
There's a film that I have to lend you called Samurai Zombie, and it's as ridiculous as it sounds.
I have Big Tits Zombie, which is Japanese.
Fair enough.
I had Lesbian Vampire Killers.
There you go.
That was the comedy though, wasn't it? With
James Corden.
yeah, I can't stand James Corden. I think he's a prick. But
He is.
the main reason I can't stand is when he insulted Patrick Stewart at that awards ceremony.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was a bit like, yeah, seemed a bit off. But anyway, as for movies coming out, what are people looking forward to?
The new Chucky film.
Fair enough.
When's it out?
Uh,
Is it Halloween it's coming out?
what's that?
New Chucky film. Is it Halloween it's out?
It's around that time, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been a Chucky fan since Child's Play 1, so I'm just... Because, like, the last one was a bit, like, crap in my eyes, so I'm hoping this one might be a bit better.
Well, the last one didn't get released in the cinema, so...
Yeah.
You're talking about Curse of Chucky, aren't you?
Yeah, Curse of Chucky.
So I didn't think it was that bad, but it weren't the best either.
Because I'm used to, like, there being some gore throughout the film.
Yeah.
It was just it all happened at the end, like one big explosion of like people dying. And I was thinking, why leave it till the end, you know? It's a bit like, spread it out.
And this is This is why Natalie's not directed any Twilight movies yet.
Well, I sometimes enjoy Twilight. I'm not an avid fan. Like, I'm not that whole Team Jacob, Team Edward. I'm just like, you know what? I don't know what to do with myself today. I'll watch Twilight.
That's probably the most sparkling review I've ever heard of them.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to Chucky, and apparently they're making another Insidious or Conjuring.
Insidious
Possibly.
4 they're making.
Yeah,
They are making
and
Insidious 4.
the new Annabelle that's come out.
It's out now. It's actually got pretty good reviews, which shocks me.
I really, really want to see it because I liked the first one. Because I saw the first one in cinemas and it kind of
I've
shit me up.
still seen none of the Conjuring films. It's really bad, because I know it's the same guys who done Saw. So
Yeah.
I should see them, really. But yeah, I've still seen none of them.
Because apparently you have to watch the Conjuring 1, then Annabelle, then Conjuring 2, then Annabelle, the new one.
Right?
Because Conjuring sort of invites you to know a bit about
It's
Annabelle.
the prequel to Annabelle.
Yeah, it is the prequel, yeah.
Fair enough. Frankie, what any films you're looking forward to?
She's away at the moment.
Fair enough. Joe?
I literally just looked up what's actually coming out. It's like, I remember that Blade Runner's coming out. Eventually.
That's basically my answer, was Blade Runner.
Yeah. Blade Runner. It's going to sound ridiculous, but the Lego Ninjago movie
What is actually coming out? Because I don't even know.
and Star Wars.
Fair enough.
That's not everything. If you got and the new Thor movie, because it looks like an actual good Thor movie, which will make a change.
Apart from the fact that some of the promo photos, it looks like they're holding bazookoids from Red Dwarf.
That's because it's part of the inspiration for it was the Planet Hulk comic series.
Oh, fair. I was going to say, there's one promo photo that I got shared on Facebook. I looked at it, it just looked like Thor and Loki were literally holding bazookoids from Red Dwarf. And I was like, what?
When is the new It film out? I keep forgetting.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
End of this month,
I really,
isn't it?
really want to see it.
I think it's the end of this month.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I thought they would have held off until Halloween for that, but no, I think it's coming out sooner than that because of the amount of horror
coming
films
out on Halloween.
What
Yeah.
is- What's coming out Halloween?
The new
New film.
Oh, well, fair enough. I thought that was sooner, actually, Jigsaw.
I think they bumped it back to Halloween.
Oh, I finally watched the new Beauty and the Beast that came out a few months ago.
Oh, what, the live action one?
Yeah, the one with Emma Watson, wasn't it?
Emma Watson.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one everyone...
It was actually really, really good. It was a bit strange for me to see the man that plays Gaston, I keep forgetting his name, but he was the bard in The Hobbit.
He also played a rapist in The Girl on the Train.
Thanks
Oh.
for that, Joe. But yeah, no, it was just strange seeing him as the bard, who seemed like a very kind, thinking about the people person, and then he's playing this egotistical man that sings, and I'm just like, oh god, what have they done to him?
Maybe you
But
did
no,
need
it
that
was
stepping
really
stone
great.
of seeing him as a rapist first.
But no, it was a really, really great film, and like I think it was good that they developed more onto the story from like the Disney one, because they told a bit more about what happened to Belle's mum, the history of the Beast, why he is the way he is, like not just the whole turning into a beast, but his attitude and everything.
Well, they're doing Aladdin next, I believe, and Tom Hardy's playing Jafar, I believe was the last news I heard on that.
That's an interesting choice.
Yeah.
It really is.
Now
Oh.
I want to see Jafar Fury Road.
That's the thing. That is weird, there's not another Mad Max lined up.
It's been confirmed that they're making it. They just not started making it yet.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? I think it's Zac Efron. You know how he's had all these like teenage boy roles in a lot of films. He's taking on his very first intense horror film.
Does he die in it?
Like,
Please tell me he dies in it.
He's gonna play a serial killer. Like, he's gonna play a story that's based on a true story.
I actually wanted to be called High School Musical 4, and he just goes around killing everyone that he went to school with.
Thing is, there probably is a High School Musical 4, so, you know.
But, you know, I thought it was really good, because now he's branching into better things than just those stupid teen films, you know?
Yeah, but the thing is, I mean, with a man with eyebrows like that, you wouldn't trust him anyway.
I mean, you can walk up to him and like, are those eyebrows or caterpillars?
Your eyebrows are too thick. What secrets are you hiding in them? You know, it's a bit much, really. Although I will give it to him, at least, you know, Zac Efron, because he's been in nothing but Disney films, basically.
Well, he was in 17 again and Bad Neighbours 1 and 2.
Yeah, but nothing where he's playing a dark character. So you would never suspect him of being a killer, as it were.
Yeah,
so,
I'm really looking forward to it just for that, because it's more of a serious role.
I mean, come on. You know he's going to be playing a serious role in Baywatch with The Rock.
It's already been out.
Oh, is it?
It tanked badly. It really tanked. Because I don't think anyone wanted a Baywatch film, which is fair enough. So I certainly weren't expecting it, and it was like, Baywatch.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That actually reminds me. I ended up just putting on a random film on Netflix to try and fall asleep to. I think it was called Trainwreck, and John Cena was in it.
That's not a good sign.
You
sure he wasn't watching the Fred movie?
No, literally, it was called Trainwreck, and he played the boyfriend to this girl who didn't believe in a monogamous relationship. Like, she kept cheating on him because she was basically just a whore. And I was thinking, poor John Cena, and he kept like talking throughout sex.
Well, it's his own bloody fault. He's dating someone, and yet she can never see him. You know, what does he expect? For Christ's sake! God, that joke's so played out. But anyway.
Frankie's just come back looking very lost.
Yeah, I have just walked into a conversation that I have no idea how it got from whatever we were talking to and what we were talking about to sex with John Cena.
How it got to that was a lot of like knockout powder and stuff, and a white van that we were kidnapped in.
Does this smell like chloroform to you?
That's the word I was looking for, chloroform, thank you. It's worrying I've just said that out loud, very loudly to people. Anyway,
Ah, yes, chloroform, I found it. Time to go out tonight.
What are you doing on your Friday night? You madam, are having a nice nap.
I like to brush up on my chloroform stash, you know, never can be too careful.
Oh, dear.
I like people while they sleep.
I like to watch them as they get dressed.
That sounded too convincing, Natalie. I'm slightly concerned.
I'm scared. I'm scared to fall asleep now for work.
Well, you know I perv on you, I'm allowed.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yes, but he doesn't know I perv on him.
Or do I?
No, you do, because you accept the phone call from Skype. But anyway.
That's why you wiggle your hips and you look seductive out the window. It's to Ronnie, isn't it?
Yes. I have been caught out.
Oh, dear. In more ways than one.
You dirty beggars.
Oh, Christ almighty. And for those who want to continue thinking I'm gay, I've just given you more ammunition. But yes, now that Frankie is back, Frankie, are there any films you're looking forward to?
She's just having a word with my mother. Sorry, she's very in and out.
Who are?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
dear.
I
No,
know
John
she
Cena.
was,
John Cena.
I know she was very, very excited about Pink's new single coming out.
Yeah, we will get on to music in a minute.
Well, I don't know if she's going home or not in a minute, so I thought I'd bring it up.
Well, I'm waiting for her to come back before I can get onto that. That's the thing.
Yeah.
As for John Cena, he's been confirmed as being in a new. It's either Transformers spin-off or the next Transformers film.
Oh.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Isabel actually wanted just to be a Transformer, but it's not actually like a CG Transformer. It's still just John Cena, and he just like curls up into a ball. He's like, I have transformed.
I turn into Sonic Dash.
Yeah. And you brought up the Fred movie there. Do you know that come out, and I have no idea. I still to this day have no idea who the bloody hell Fred is. Apparently he's a YouTuber. I've never heard of him.
He used to be a YouTuber who was like one of the first to reach 1 million, and Nickelodeon was just like, we're going to buy this kid.
He was really, really annoying with a high-pitched voice.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
That was pretty much like the whole channel. Was just
and
a
now,
normal thing with a high-pitched voice.
And now he's made enough money from the film and everything that he doesn't need to work another day in his life, I imagine.
Pretty much, yeah. And apparently his dad was John Cena.
Yeah, I know about that in the film, yeah. Same as, I'm surprised no one's tried to pick up PewDiePie.
It's because PewDiePie's, like...
I can't.
Yeah, he's got too much of an attitude.
I don't know, I've never really seen any interviews or anything with him. I just know he's literally the most popular YouTuber ever now.
Well, this will give you a hint. Normally most YouTubers, when they get a certain amount of subscribers, they get little reward plaques or a big reward thing from YouTube. He literally sold one of his online because he just didn't give a shit. And yet most YouTubers find that a very big, success, and they put it somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, I'm never going to get anything from YouTube, but I'm happy to have reached 150 subscribers, to be honest with you.
Frankie's back.
Ah, Frankie. Are you back? Or are you about to wander out the room again?
Back.
You are excited about the new single from someone that doesn't get mentioned on here that much, or ever really, Pink.
Pink, yeah. I have loved Pink since day dot, really. She's just great. When I was younger, she was like my idol. I think that she's really great. Like, she stands up for animals, and that's always good if you're friends with me. I just really like her music. It's real, and she can sing. I saw her on her Truth About Love tour in 2013, and she was just phenomenal. And I went to Wireless Festival in 2010, and she was there as well. And she was in like a massive hamster ball just rolling over the crowd, which I thought was quite entertaining. But no, I love her. And as soon as her album comes out, I'll be getting it. And then as soon as tickets come out, I'll be getting a VIP thing. Because there will be VIP things, and I will be buying one.
And she will get her autograph and have it tattooed on her skin somewhere.
Yep.
Slightly obsessed then. I think are the words we're looking for.
Maybe. Yeah, okay.
Just a weenie.
Well, people have got to be obsessed with things, like something. Everyone's got different obsessions and hobbies and stuff. I mean, music isn't a bad hobby / obsession to have, is it?
No,
it's expensive.
No.
Start collecting CDs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is, Joe. Yes, it is.
It really is.
And vinyls.
Oh yeah, they're like 25 quid a pop for like a normal vinyl.
If I was to buy vinyls, it would only be for certain bands, I think. So I've got nothing to play vinyls on anyway, and 25 quid a pop is a little bit too rich for me right now, so...
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh yes, I bought the new Dragon Force album, by the way, today, Joe. So if it's crap, I'm going to be really angry at you.
Okay. I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
That's what Nat said.
What, I'm sure you'll enjoy it?
Yeah, about the album.
Oh dear.
And
Right.
on that note, I think Frankie is saying her goodbyes.
Yeah, I'm off.
Oh, all right. Well, it was nice to have you on the podcast, Frankie. If you want to join us again at any point in the future, just let myself and Natalie know, and we'll let you know if it's actually going on that week, because sometimes I don't quite do it. But, ladies and gentlemen, Frankie's been with us, so thank you very much for joining us, Frankie.
Well, yes, for having me.
And I'm sure we'll have her back at some point, possibly for a bit longer than an hour.
Yeah, might be able to get rid of me next time. unless you feed me pizza, because then I'll feel sick and have to leave early, like today.
just put loads of cheese on it, and she'll go into a coma.
Just give her a block of cheese.
Oh, don't.
I did that once, big mistake.
What, you gave Frankie a block of cheese?
When I was in school, because of how much cheese I ate, one of my friends gave me like a block of cheese to eat throughout the day, and I need to hunt down the photos because it's just a progression of me throughout the day. At first I was like, yeah, look at all this cheese, and then by the end of it I was just like, kill me now, please. Head in my hands, holding the last bit of that cheese.
So much like you getting to work this morning versus you leaving work this afternoon.
Yeah, actually.
Well, actually, no. He's never that excited about going to work in the morning.
Yeah, true.
If you reverse it, it'd be accurate.
Yeah.
Oh dear. So now we're down to the three of us, or is Frankie still there?
She has gone home.
Ah, there we go then. There we go. So then there were three.
Yeah.
Right, let's do a bit of music-y, newsy type stuff for the last couple of weeks, because we haven't done a podcast for a couple of weeks, have we? So, start with news about Napalm Death. They're going to begin working on their 16th album soon.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, they've been going for a long time, man.
Long time. They've been going for a while, but 16 albums. I didn't realise there was that many.
Yeah, the first and second album come out during the first and second year of their existence. So.
Oh, fair enough.
Joe looks pregnant.
I'm sure he really appreciates that compliment.
Yeah, thanks, Nat.
Love you.
Oh,
he's deliberately jiggling his belly at me.
Oh, dear.
Like, okay, well, when we first got together, he was like a twiglet, and since being with me, I've made him gain like a belly. He can just jiggle in front of me and really enjoy doing so. It's a bit like, what the fuck have I done?
You've done nothing. It's cool. See, if anyone you're with starts putting on weight or something, it's not because they're getting lazy or anything. It's just they're that comfortable with you. Never see it as a bad thing. So, yeah. You know. So I must be very happy with my right hand. But anyway.
Whoa.
So you're not with anyone yet. You just can't get rid of your right hand.
Possibly. Oh dear. Let's have a look. We've got Limp Bizkit news, kind of.
Oh God.
No, this is to do with Wes Borland.
Oh, isn't he starting a solo project?
He's had many. Of which
Shows how much I'm listening to him.
Big Dumb Face was interesting. It was amusing, but it was very much a comedy thing. The one that I would recommend is Black Light Burns, because Wes Borland's a hell of a lot better singer than bleeding Fred Durst is. But Black Light Burns is, think of Wes Borland's guitar riffs attached to Nine Inch Nails-y type of music.
Oh, okay.
Really, really good. But he apparently released his debut instrumental post-rock album last year called Crystal Machete, which I didn't even know about. And he's now working on a sequel to that album, which is called The Astral Hand. He's teased the return of Big Dumb Face, which hasn't released anything since 2001. No one knows what's going on with Limp Bizkit then. They might be on.
It's finally ending with Limp Bizkit.
No idea. They might be on a unspoken hiatus if he's got if he's busy with doing this. Then he's obviously not having to do any tours or anything with Limp Bizkit. So yeah, no one seems to know. So. So the next Big Dumb Face might actually be the end of the main character of the Big Dumb Face album, which was Duke Lion, which is a song I will have to share the video to you on Facebook later, because the riff is basically Knights of the Round Table by Monty Python.
Oh, okay.
That is literally the music to it. So, yeah, it's a bit interesting. The guitarist of Avenged Sevenfold has said that the choruses on City of Evil album kind of suck, apparently.
Yeah, I saw something about that.
Which is weird, because that's like literally the only Avenged Sevenfold I've enjoyed all the way through.
I'm a big fan of their self-titled.
I couldn't really get into anything else by them. I like them, don't get me wrong, but don't know. With City of Evil, I loved it all the way through, and now like the band seems to sort of be turning around going, "Nah, it's not that great." It's just like, really?
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably just say the same about their latest album. It's like it's not like, especially with choruses in that album.
I can't get into the stage at all. I have tried.
I found it really boring.
Yeah, I think I bought it on day of release, remember rightly, and it was just like, is this it? Kind of situation. Yeah. So, yeah, not great. By the way, if you guys want to bring anything up, go for it, because I'm just sort of looking through music news at the moment.
I can remember some.
Joe's currently looking through an EMP catalogue.
Right. For what? More CDs or something, or?
No, clothing.
Ah, fair.
I think reminded me they do CDs as well.
Oh, Enslaved have announced a new album called E.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting. Enslaved.
Okay.
And if you've not heard Enslaved, you need to hear Enslaved. Simple as that.
I've not heard Enslaved.
You need to hear Enslaved.
You need to hear Enslaved.
I will.
Only problem with Enslaved is it is black metal, but it's progressive black metal.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I don't know how you're going to take to it, Natalie.
I've not introduced Nat to black metal yet.
I thought she said she hated it last week, the other week.
What did I show you that was black metal? I think I showed you like one Cradle of Filth song, which was Gilded Cunt. Which wasn't really black metal.
No.
It's closest to it.
But the vocals wise, if she could deal with the vocals, then there's hope that she can get into black metal.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I actually heard a few Dimmu Borgir songs and didn't mind them. So I might have a hope there if I play one of their albums.
yeah, I think they've got a new album coming out at some point. No news on that really. I know they've been recording new music.
That was
the White Album. Oh, what? Abracadabra.
One. Whatever they called it.
Yeah, the last album was Abracadabra, I think it was. Which is alright.
Yeah,
it's alright.
Yeah, it's not their best.
I've never been a big Dimmu fan myself. But while we're on the subject of black metal and all that, Natalie, how is your taste towards more extreme sounding bands getting?
Considering we haven't really listened to much music lately, because
The Move.
Yeah, The Move and everything else, it's been a bit hectic, so I don't think I've actually listened to any new heavy stuff, sadly.
I played you Wolfheart and you didn't mind it.
Yeah, Wolfheart's alright. Like, I think with that one I need to listen to it more.
Yeah, I mean, they are.
Because didn't I keep saying to you, I like how the band sounds, but the growling doesn't seem to fit the music, in my opinion, and that's why I kind of go a bit off it.
You're not used to melodic death metal, are you?
I like melodic death metal, I just don't like it when... I like the melodic metal in the music, just I don't think the growl works with the way the music's flowing.
There are some bands like that. Some bands, the clean vocals get on my tits. In Flames went through a period where his clean vocals got whinier and whinier, and it really got on my tits.
Yeah, the last album, Battles, kind of fixed that a bit though.
Yeah, I didn't mind Battles. I preferred the album just before it, that I've completely forgot the name of.
Does that come Clarity?
No, it won't come Clarity. There was another one or two, but I think one might be a live album.
Okay.
What's the other one? I can't think the name of it now. I remember that bit, really enjoying that. Come Clarity I didn't mind, but again it had a problem where there's a lot of songs on there where his vocals got really bloody emo. Really bloody emo.
Yeah.
Rah.
Ronnie.
I'll just explain. This week, Natalie made the mistake of sharing a memory, admittedly it was from 6 years ago, so we can forgive her, of what shall be dubbed as her emo phase with her friends. Yes. Unfortunately, she'd on that picture, it had the title "Little Dinosaurs Go Rah," and I have never.
I didn't.
I have never had my soul hurt so much by reading a sentence.
And you just said it out loud. Well done.
Yeah. Well, I needed to because it's a podcast, so you know. Do you still speak to the person who actually wrote that on there?
Okay, in the picture there are two girls next to me. I only very rarely speak to the one that was in the panda hoodie.
Right. I was going to say, you're describing the picture now and it's making it sound worse to people.
Kid. So was her friend Sam, who's in the blue hoodie. And the girl I was hugging, I am no longer friends with because she was basically a bully.
Oh, fair enough. Talking about scene kids, they still exist. I don't even know if the scene even exists anymore.
Scene kids still exist, but they kind of merge in with skater kids now, so they've kind of blurred in.
It might have been because Blood on the Dance Floor happened. I'm wondering. And if you don't know who Blood on the Dance Floor is,
I think Blood on the Dance Floor is so scene it killed scene.
Well, luckily,
there's that, and another reason it might have killed it. Blood on the Dance Floor was a scene band. I did buy one of their albums before I knew what they sounded like. Before I knew they were a bleeding scene band, because it was like £3 in a sale. Then I found out about the lead singer, and for those who don't know, allegedly, I can't remember if it's been proven or not, the lead singer has a thing for women who are, let's just say, not of legal age.
Oh, yeah, I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, he apparently got one of his underage fans really drunk and did stuff to her.
Yeah, that might well be Blood on the Dance Floor, yeah. But if you ever watch it, just pause this podcast now, if you're listening. Open up YouTube. In another tab as well. Keep this up, obviously. Look up Blood on the Dance Floor and prepare to hold your sides in, because it might be the most seen music videos you have ever seen. It is goddamn hilarious.
I recommend you listen to Hello Kitty.
Hello Kitty? What, by Avril Lavigne? I don't know that song.
Basically, I have friends that used to really be into it, like the girl in the picture I'm no longer friends with, and my friend Amber, like they used to both quite like it.
See, that depresses me that Blood on the Dance Floor has been going for that long.
Well, yeah. But yeah, no, some of their songs were just so...
See, they are, like... But in that case, you know what the singer looks like, and why I'm saying, look at him, because...
Darby Vanity, basically, there was a picture on Google, and a vlog video that showed how many hair products he had for that mess of a mop he called hair, and it was the whole fucking desk, and it was more than a woman will ever wear.
Yeah, it's sad when the man is using more hair products, so...
And the other guy that sang with him, which was Javon Monroe...
Why do you know their names?
Because one of my favourite YouTubers ripped into them.
Joe, to be fair to her, you got to remember Natalie was of the age when emo and that was getting big, so I can't blame her too much.
Well, I also love this YouTuber called Blue Mages, if anyone wants to look him up. He has a folder on his YouTube channel where he ripped into Blood on the Dance Floor fans being so irrational, would you say? And
a lot of scene kids are, though, I found. If you, like...
there was one who had such a high-pitched voice, and she looked like she had a Karibo on her head.
I was going to say, you sure when you said high-pitched voice, I was going to say it was Fred.
No, but yeah, no, the other guy, Jake Von Monroe, he announced himself to be a Satanist, and he wore loads of makeup too, and I was just thinking, okay, you guys, like, you get on with that, I'll just watch your career burn in flame.
They're still going.
Claim they're like a Satanist and wear makeup.
Yeah, but people on the dance floor are redonkulous, and luckily they're not going anymore, thank you, though.
I thought they were. I thought Blood on the Dance Floor were still going.
As far as I knew, they weren't. Let me check.
I'm Wikipedia in it now. Real professional style here for you people listening. Here we go, Blood on the Dance Floor band. Oh my god, they've dubbed themselves as Crunkcore. Oh, oh. Blood on the Dance Floor will be back on May the 5th, 2017.
Oh, Jesus.
A track from their upcoming studio album, Kawaii Monster.
Oh, God, don't tell me they're going to destroy things that are kawaii, because kawaii is cute.
They did break up. They did break up in 2016, but...
Thank God.
Vanity himself said in a video on YouTube that they will be back. I have a feeling Kawaii Monster might already be out.
I also hated this, like, some of his songs, like some of their songs, sorry, because there's two of them. Some of their songs are just bloomin' ridiculous. Like, they've got a song that's called, like, S My D, and, what else was there? There was other things. And I think they did a song with, Jeffree Star at one point.
Yeah, they did.
They did a song called Bewitched, and the woman actually slated Darby Vanity when all that news was going around about him touching an underage fan, and she was like, they were the worst people to work with, they were such creeps, and I was thinking, oh.
That's my deal. I wonder if that meant spread my duck.
No, it means suck my dick.
What's worse is they used to be known as Love the Fashion.
I'm telling Ronnie to suck my dick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But apparently they come back, with Kawaii Monster. It's out by the looks of it, and the all with it won't like please a lot of women, because the new member of the band was the lead singer's girlfriend, who's probably about 12.
Probably.
Yeah.
Called Fallon Vendetta.
Oh, apparently Jay Von Monroe isn't there anymore.
No, he's not.
It's Fallon Vendetta.
Yeah, that's Davy's girlfriend. Sorry, Darby Vanity. The bloke
And
with the
his
big
last
hair.
name says it all, because he is the vainest prick I've ever seen in my
I
life.
can't believe we're still talking about Blood on the Dance Floor.
Joe, I
Because
know
they're
it's
hilarious.
mind-numbing. You have to cover this, okay?
But people, you are welcome to listen to whatever. If you're into Blood on the Dance Floor, despite everything that's happened, good for you, but let me put it this way. Watch the Mighty Boosh, and then watch a Blood on the Dance Floor video, and tell me that Blood on the Dance Floor don't look like they watched the Mighty Boosh and thought that the music in that was supposed to be serious, because that's how they come across to me.
The Blood on the Dance Floor songs remade by the Moon in the Mighty Boosh.
That would be absolutely incredible.
I know.
Because I have to admit, even though I am slating Blood on the Dance Floor right now, their songs are very silly, but they've got a very upbeat rhythm to them, so they can, like, back when I was, like, in my emo scene days, it did help me feel a bit more upbeat.
They
but
have,
other than that, it was mind-numbing nonsense.
You'll say that, but they have released singles this year called Resurrection Spell, Love Like Voodoo, 6 Feet Under, which I'm not happy about because that's the name of a really good death metal band, and the one that you two are going to be really annoyed about, Yo-Ho 2, Pirate's Life.
They did not.
They have, and they're all on Kawaii Monster album.
I'm gonna shoot them in their painted face.
Not only have they ruined 6 Feet Under, but also Pirates.
Yes. That was it. I got their EP, The Anthem of the Outcast, for about £2-3 the other year, and then I found out everything that had gone on. Although you can tell this has been edited by probably their fans, because there's no mention of the whole him getting a small girl drunk on here on the Wikipedia page.
Hey Ronnie,
Yeah.
listen to Blood on the Dance Floor sexting.
I would rather stuff razor wire up my arse and pull it out through my throat.
Good man.
Not because I don't want to listen to Blood on Dance Floor, I'm just kinky.
Well.
Criticism, what's this? The duo has been criticised by listeners and listeners alike for their live concert style. Yeah, the vocals fair enough, because the bloke couldn't sing that well from what I remember. And sexually graphic lyrics. Well, I thought the titles of the songs would have given that away, personally.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. I like that they broke up and it only took a year for them to come back. Oh my god, how? They've got like 10 releases.
Fucking hell.
9. They've got 9 releases. 9 full albums. One of which is blatantly named after a Paramore album. Because their debut album's called Let's Start a Riot.
Oh yeah, there was also a big coup about their actual band name because of Michael Jackson, Blood on the Dance Floor.
That's what I was expecting to come up when I looked at that on Wikipedia, to be fair. So
That was a massive coup, that really was.
yeah, but crunkcore, does that even exist as a genre, or is it just them?
Crunkcore.
Crunkcore.
Yeah, they called it Crunkcore.
Fucking hell.
You can tell probably Darby asked for that core to be created, can't you?
Probably. I mean,
Yeah,
I have no intention of listening to them again. It weren't my thing. As I said, you're welcome to listen whatever you do, but Christ, that's all I can say on that one.
I've listened to that again. I listened to one song and it was enough.
But as we all grew up with some bands that maybe we went through some phase that may not be that proud about. So with Natalie, you had your scene emo phase. Joe, I don't know, actually.
You didn't emo phase, trust me, I was with him back then. He used to wear skinny jeans, he had studded belts that weren't even in the belt loops, they used to hang down one side. He had short hair but long enough on the fringe that he used to straighten it and it used to cover an eye. And he used to wear like little sweatbands, he used to wear Converses, he was a right old little emo.
So nothing's changed then?
I don't know, he finally
Honestly,
grew a beard.
All I would say is don't be ashamed of it, because at the time that you two were growing up, I'm saying this like trying not to sound patronising as well, because I'm not being patronising, but at the time you were growing up, emo was the big thing, and I freaking hated it, but it was the thing that was everywhere. Obviously, your teen years would have been what? My Chemical Romance and Panic at the Disco, I'd imagine.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
Panic at the Disco, I will admit, I don't mind. I do not mind Panic. And I will be there with everyone else that if someone says something about shutting the door, I can't remember what the lyric is now. It's like the biggest Panic at the Disco song as well. Ah!
Oh, I think I know the one you're on about. I
Yeah.
just can't. Yeah.
Yeah, I will start singing the lyrics to the chorus.
Haven't you people ever heard of
Yeah, closing the goddamn door.
Yeah.
How can you not like them but know that? I think you're lying.
Because that song was played every minute in every shop.
Can you hear
Every
the
fucking
fake
day.
non-enjoyment out of him? Can you?
I turn to face it.